President of the Barbados Economic Society, Simon Natrum, believes economic growth in the island's economy for 2020 cannot be shouldered by government alone. Rather, he believes the private sector must take lead responsibility for Barbados' continued economic recovery. He made the comment during an interview with the Business Report.
Businesses will need to push themselves to expand, both domestically and internationally. Entrepreneurs will need to push the technological frontier, adopting new ideas and new technologies. And financial institutions will need to recognize just how important it is that they make funding available to as many businesses and entrepreneurs as possible.
Mr. Natrum also went into detail about the areas where he believes government's focus should be going forward in this new year.
Its role in economic activity for 2020 needs to be prioritizing our failing public infrastructure, transport, water, waste management, energy, etc. And not just planning, but also putting greater emphasis on actually getting infrastructure projects done. Obviously, addressing public infrastructure has to be done within the confines of the IMF targets, and it means the government needs to make a substantial shift from current spending to capital spending. It's impossible for me to overstate just how important public infrastructure is for encouraging new business formation and for facilitating business growth. And this business growth really is where economic recovery is going to come from.
Barbadians can now get alerts about press conferences and other updates from the Central Bank of Barbados via popular social media messaging service WhatsApp. Commenting on the new feature, Chief of Corporate Communications at the Central Bank, Noveline Brewster, explained that there's no question that people want to be kept up to date on what is happening in the economy. But given how busy we all are, it's easy to miss important information. She adds that WhatsApp is one way to make sure that doesn't happen. Using the bank's upcoming quarterly economic review as an example, she said if members of the public follow the bank on WhatsApp, they will actually get an alert right before the media briefing begins, as well as a link to the live stream. To get alerts from the central bank, members of the public will need to opt in by visiting the bank's website or its existing social media platforms on Facebook or Instagram for instructions. Time now to take a look at how stocks traded on selected exchanges across our region.
First up, Jamaica, where Sagicor Select Funds Limited Financial was the volume leader with 3,389,533 units at $1.12 each, and they were followed by Wigton Wind Farm Limited Ordinary Shares and Sagicor Select Funds Limited Manufacturing and Distribution. In Trinidad and Tobago, National Flour Mills Limited was the volume leader with 200,417 shares changing hands for a value of $270,562.95, and they were followed by Massey Holdings Limited and LJ Williams Limited B. And in Barbados, Epley Caribbean Property Fund SCC Value Fund was the volume leader, trading 4,222 shares at 56 cents each, and they were followed by First Caribbean International Bank.